He demands a lot, but he also is very encouraging, very nurturing. He allows you to feel confident in your instincts, and that's in all departments, having watched him now in 3 films. And just really, he's a fantastic leader and inspires each department in a way that's, well, that comes across, I think, on screen. It's also very eloquently written, so it's not just sort of, laying out the facts of the time period and what slavery was all about. It's also beautifully told. So when I got the script, which I got before the book, I just was very moved by it. By the end of the script, I was pretty tearful, and I called up Steve and I said to him, I wanted to be part of it. If it meant like 1 day's work or 2 days' work, I just wanted to be a part of this story. I was down in New Orleans about 5 weeks before we started filming, and the first thing I had to find the voice of the character, so I worked on a lot of different. Tim Monick is a dialogue coach I worked with, so he sent me lots of recordings of different Louisiana men accents, and then just working with the script closely every day, a lot of repetition. I found it helped because, again, it just raises the stakes, and it really drives home the responsibility that we were undertaking by telling this story. And yeah, because you feel the ghosts around you there, very much so. It shows the complexity of slavery and exactly sort of all the different sort of facets of slavery, which perhaps hasn't been investigated before. So it's not just a black and white scenario. It shows the economy of slavery. We see Solomon go from a logging farm to a cotton farm to sugarcane. So we see how intrinsic it was in the economy of the South at the time. We see how it affects the oppressors as well as the oppressed, in characters like Epps and characters like Ford. And yeah, and we see the complexity of the relationships. 65%, I think, of black American males have got white blood in them. So that just shows you how sort of endemic rape was, on the plantation. And so, we're all part of each other. And so I think that's really kind of another area that Steve really manages to reveal, which maybe hasn't been shown before. It's just been the master and the slave. This is so much more complex.